Hello again! Welcome back to the game room. Let's jump right into it. Video game magazines in the United States, once the forefront of information and gossip, have long been shuttered due to the internet. Other than GameStop's homegrown Game Informer, it too in trying times as of this video, there's really nothing out there for the modern gamer. While publications exist covering the classic systems, it's kind of a lonely time for the magazine aisle for PlayStation fans. It wasn't like this back in the original days, though. If you're too young to remember, and truthfully, half of you probably are, magazines were all the rage, with every publisher that could afford one was publishing one. In any given month, you could stroll down the grocery aisle and spot Die Hard Game Fan, Electronic Game Monthly 1 and 2, Game Pro, Next Generation, PSM, PS Extreme, Tips and Tricks, and the list goes on and on and on. The really important one, though, was the almighty Nintendo Power. Originally an in-house publication that acted as the Trojan horse of Nintendo's marketing strategy. Every month, the newest issue would feature secret codes, hand-drawn maps, huge articles on the biggest games, and various contests to enter. It had little Jason so hooked that by the time I began able to afford my own copies, I was buying up all the issues and their side guidebooks just to supplement the reading material. The reason I bring up Nintendo Power is that there is no better metaphor to help illustrate the directions Nintendo and Sony went with when it came to their media choices between the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation. At the time, cartridge games were still crazy expensive to make, with retail prices averaging $55 to $70 per release. PlayStation games, on the other hand, thanks to the cheaper CD-ROM technology, could squeeze in at about $40 to $50 price point. There was also one very important angle to CDs that cartridges could not touch: production time. Pressing a few thousand CDs took far less time than manufacturing and assembling cartridges, which meant Sony already had an upper hand in the marketing strategies. If Sony was going to drive home this price point and flexibility, they were going to have to literally drive the point home, or at least a home's mailbox. Using the magazine publishing's 2-month lead time, along with quick CD duplication, in October of 1997, Sony teamed up with Ziff Davis in creating the official PlayStation magazine. Along with the usual printed reviews, news, and strategies, the issues included a PlayStation demo disc that could immediately be tossed into a game system and played. This gave consumers an interactive way to check out all the latest upcoming games in a way that Nintendo could not touch with their cartridges. Much to say, players took notice. The inaugural October 1997 issue launched with Ghost in the Shell as the cover article, with the first demo disc containing trial versions of Ace Combat 2, Fighting Force, Intelligent Cube, and Parappa the Rapper. There were also 2 video trailers for NFL Game Day and Tomb Raider 2. As time went on, OPM would find their groove in how to properly hype games as well as when to drop the big hits. For the majority of games, they would first be introduced as a video trailer and then as a playable demo the following month. Every so often, this pattern would be reversed, with the trailers acting as a reminder of what you had just played previously and you should go and buy it. What made this marketing channel so powerful is that it allowed any game to be displayed among any other game. Sure, you had the staple demos for AAA titles like Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VIII, and Legacy of Soul Reaver, but there were also demos for Mort the Chicken, Silent Bomber, and Tigger's Honey Hunt. When it came to sharing the spotlight, any game had the same chance to shine on stage, something Nintendo couldn't touch with their demo cartridges. The original PlayStation's grip on the magazine's demo discs would finally begin to wane with Volume 38, the November 2000 issue. From that date on, the discs would share content with PlayStation 2 game trailers, the first being a video heard around the world with Metal Gear Solid 2. Once it got to Volume 48, Sony alternated between PS1 and PS2 focused CD-ROMs, until quietly going exclusively PlayStation 2 with issue 55. With the final OPM demo disc tally being a whopping 51 disc set, there are some extremely fun little tidbits to discover among them. A grand total of 299 original PlayStation games were featured on the discs, be it video, playable demo, or both. Among those almost 300 games lives various small subsets of fun trivia and collector-level curiosities, which we'll get into now. Fans of unreleased games can snag demos 22 and 23 for the video and playable demo of Macross VFX 2, the import game inspired by the beloved anime series. So loved that it even made then Game-Rave fanzine's cover the following month. Volume 30 had a video for the cancelled racing game Test Drive Cycles. Other featured games were shown so early that they were still using their original development names, with Killer Loot being listed as Mag 3 and Fear Effect still going by its former Fear Factor moniker. Volume 23 had a video preview of Shaolin, which was cancelled in America but released in Europe. For those that like popularity contests, Metal Gear Solid is the #1 most featured game, appearing on 5 different demo discs, and that's not including the video for the sequel. 6 games tie for second place with 4 appearances each, being Crash Bandicoot Warped, Grind Session, Hot Shots Golf 2, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Spyro Year of the Dragon, and Tekken 3. Finally, those gamers that enjoy surprises in their games, the PlayStation Magazine demos have one last trick up their sleeve, though the miles do vary between them. If you're a fan of Monster Rancher, especially Part 2 and Battle Card, you are in for a heck of a treat. A large amount of demo discs generate very rare cards in Battle Card, while providing 3 different versions of the unique color Pandora in Monster Rancher 2. You can even unlock very rare monsters that require an IMA trainer in Monster Rancher 2 as long as you have the license. So seriously, there's some great stuff hiding in those discs. 23 years later, when combined with their magazines, the official PlayStation magazine continues to be a wonderful memory in the time of not just physical bonuses, but when demos were appreciated and favored. In the modern era, there really isn't as much love for giving players an early look at something, especially not for free. We really never will return to the golden era of the demo and the magazine demo combo, but then that's just something we'll have to take issues with. Alright guys, I hope everyone's doing well. If you're been paying attention to the news, the day I'm recording this was the day after Illinois announced that they're extending their quarantine about the COVID virus for another month. So, yeah, crazy times. Thankfully, I'm actually almost back to working full-time in my marketing job, so that's cool. If you've been following social media, as of this video, we were just finalized to have Game-Rave.com be transferred to a virtual machine server because there is so much traffic hitting the site that it is causing some incredible amounts of bandwidth and user traffic. So I just want to thank you guys for everything, for using the site. Hopefully I'm doing you guys right. Still adding games. Unfortunately, since I'm pretty much almost back to full time now, all that time I had adding on the demo discs is now gone. So hopefully I can keep at least a good groove going, getting stuff on the website. But yeah, other than that, did you guys have any favorite demos from the PlayStation Magazine? Did you guys have any favorite magazines from back in the day if you're buying them? If so, leave in the comments section. Share your stories. I always love reading them from you guys. As always, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your masks, and I will see you on the other side. Take care, you guys. Have a great one.